Bertrand Russell, born in 1872, wasn't your average philosopher. He was a whirlwind of ideas, challenging norms left and right. Picture the early 20th century. Science was booming, old certainties were crumbling, and people craved new answers. Russell fit right in. He wasn't afraid to question anything, especially religion. His lecture, Why I Am Not a Christian, became a landmark moment. Delivered in 1927, it was like a philosophical bombshell. Imagine the audacity of directly challenging Christianity in a time when it was deeply intertwined with society. Russell's words resonated with a growing number of people who felt stifled by traditional religious dogma. They yearned for a more rational, evidence-based worldview. Russell didn't mince words. He dissected Christianity with the precision of a surgeon. His primary target, the very foundations of Christian belief. He questioned the existence of God, not through blind faith, but through the lens of logic and reason. The traditional arguments for God, like the first cause argument, were meticulously dismantled. Russell argued that the universe doesn't need a creator. He explored alternative explanations, hinting at the vastness of time and the possibility of an ever-existing cosmos. This was a radical departure from the accepted norms of the time. By presenting a secular, reason-based alternative, Russell offered a new way of looking at the world, one devoid of supernatural intervention. One of Russell's most compelling arguments centered around morality. He challenged the notion that Christian ethics were inherently good or even necessary for a moral life. He pointed out the hypocrisy and contradictions within the Bible itself. He questioned the morality of concepts like eternal damnation and the often brutal punishments condoned in the Old Testament. Instead, Russell proposed a secular morality, one based on compassion, empathy, and a deep respect for human life and well-being. He believed that morality should be rooted in reason and human experience. This resonated with those who struggled to reconcile the often harsh dictates of religious doctrine with their own sense of compassion and justice. Section 4. Logic's verdict: flaws in the divine design. Russell, a renowned logician, couldn't ignore the logical inconsistencies he saw within Christian doctrine. His sharp mind was always on the lookout for truth, and he found many aspects of religious teachings to be fundamentally flawed. He dissected concepts like the Trinity and the nature of Jesus' divinity, scrutinizing them with the precision of a surgeon. His analysis was thorough and unrelenting. He argued that these doctrines were riddled with contradictions, making it difficult for any logical person to accept them without question. He used his razor-sharp intellect to expose the flaws in these long-held beliefs, challenging the very foundation of Christian theology. This approach, rooted in logic and reason, appealed to a generation disillusioned by traditional religious dogma. They were searching for answers that made sense in a rapidly changing world. It provided a framework for questioning and challenging established beliefs, encouraging people to think for themselves rather than accept doctrines blindly. His arguments, however controversial, forced people to confront the inconsistencies within their own beliefs. It was a wake-up call for many. It was a call to engage in critical thinking, to move beyond blind faith and embrace intellectual honesty. Russell's work remains a cornerstone for those who value reason over tradition. At Section 5 of Russell's Echo, a legacy in atheist thought. Why I Am Not a Christian wasn't just a lecture, it was a philosophical grenade that exploded into the public consciousness. It sent shockwaves through the intellectual landscape, inspiring generations of thinkers and atheists. Thinkers like Richard Dawkins, who would later write The God Delusion, and Christopher Hitchens, known for his book God Is Not Great, owe a debt to Russell. He paved the way for them to openly challenge religious beliefs without fear of societal reprisal, creating a safer space for intellectual debate. His influence can be seen in the rise of secular humanism, a movement that emphasizes human reason, ethics, and justice, and the growing acceptance of atheism as a legitimate worldview. His arguments, once considered radical and controversial, are now central to the modern atheist movement, shaping its core principles. Russell's courage in standing up for his beliefs, even in the face of intense criticism, continues to empower individuals to embrace their own lack of belief without shame or fear, fostering a more open and accepting society. Section 6. A Timeless Challenge. the enduring impact of why I am not a Christian. Even almost a century later, why I am not a Christian remains a cornerstone of atheist thought. Bertrand Russell's eloquent arguments and profound insights continue to inspire and provoke readers around the world. It's a testament to the timeless power of reason and the importance of questioning everything. The book encourages readers to think critically about their beliefs and the world around them. Russell's work continues to spark debate and challenge conventional thinking. It has been a catalyst for countless discussions in academic circles and beyond. His words resonate with a new generation grappling with questions of faith and reason. Young minds find solace and strength in his fearless approach to questioning established norms. In an increasingly secular world, Russell's arguments remain as relevant as ever. They offer a framework for understanding and navigating the complexities of modern life. They serve as a reminder that we should never be afraid to question, to doubt, and to seek truth through the lens of critical thinking. This approach is essential for personal growth and societal progress. Why I Am Not a Christian wasn't just about rejecting Christianity. It was about embracing the power of the human mind to question, explore, and ultimately define its own truth. Russell's legacy lives on, encouraging us to be brave in our intellectual pursuits.